The culture that celebrates naked beauty. No shame, no filters. What if everything you've been taught about beauty, shame, and clothing was turned upside down? Imagine a world where nakedness isn't taboo. It's a symbol of pride, identity, and natural beauty. No filters, no shame, just human bodies embraced as they are. Today, we dive deep into a culture that challenges Western ideals and celebrates naked beauty like nowhere else on earth. This is not a fantasy. This is real life. And what you're about to see might completely change the way you think about modesty, self-worth, and freedom. The hidden world of naked culture tucked away in remote corners of the globe, far from the skyscrapers and catwalks of the West. Live people who redefine what beauty truly means in tribes like the Himba of Namibia, the Korowai of Papua, and the Surma and Mursi of Ethiopia. Nudity isn't scandalous, it's normal. In fact, it's not even called nudity. It's just life. People go about their day wearing little to no clothing and no one stares. No one shames. No one feels exposed. So why does this matter? Because in these communities, people aren't judged by their waist size or their skin tone. Beauty is not manufactured. It's not based on social media trends or unrealistic fashion standards. It's pure, raw, and authentic. The Himba of Namibia, red clay, bare skin, and unfiltered pride. Let's begin with one of the most iconic examples. The Himba tribe in northern Namibia. The Himba women are known for their striking red ochre body paint, a mixture of butterfat and crushed ochre stone. They use it not only to protect their skin from the harsh desert sun, but also as a statement of beauty and cultural identity. They don't wear Western clothing. Their hair is styled in long, intricate braids coated in ochre. Their skin shines red in the sunlight, and they walk freely, confidently with bare chests and bare feet, not as an act of rebellion, but as a way of honoring their traditions in Himba culture, the body isn't something to hide. It's not sexualized or objectified like it is in modern media. It's natural, sacred, and beautiful that a different kind of modesty here's something surprising. Himba women are among the most modest people in the world, but their modesty has nothing to do with clothes. Modesty to them is about respect, grace, and personal conduct. It's not about covering up, it's about how you carry yourself. That's a powerful lesson in a world where clothing is often confused with character. Their bare bodies are not for display. They are not naked in the way we define it. Instead, they're simply dressed in the language of their land, adorned in beads, it jives paste and pride, from shame to celebration. The Western obsession with covering up. Let's zoom out for a moment. In many parts of the world, especially the West, nudity is instantly tied to sexuality, shame, or controversy. People are taught to cover up, conform, and conceal. Even showing a shoulder or wearing shorts can be deemed immodest in some cultures. But what if this mindset is culturally constructed? What if nudity in its purest form has nothing to do with morality and everything to do with environment, tradition, and freedom? Many tribal cultures prove just that. The Surma and Mursi, beauty in the bolden southern Ethiopia, the Surma and Mursi tribes are known for their lip plates, scarification, and body painting. Their look is intense, almost shocking to outsiders, but to them, it's a form of art and identity. Clothing? Minimal. Sometimes none. And here's the twist. In these communities, physical decoration has nothing to do with attracting men. In fact, many of the boldest decorations are spiritual or cultural, not romantic. Women paint their bodies with white clay, not to impress, but to express. Men wear little more than a cloth or belt, yet they're proud of their strength, their scars, their survival, and oh shame. No Photoshop, just real humans telling real stories with their skin. Retention booster. Thought-provoking question, so here's the big question. Are we the ones who are truly naked? Stripped of cultural meaning, ashamed of our natural forms, obsessed with hiding behind clothing and filters. Is that really freedom? Or is it a cage? Keep watching because we're about to dive deeper into how these cultures live, love, and raise families, and what we can learn from their radically different view of beauty. how they see children, family, and the body in these naked-friendly cultures. Children grow up surrounded by bare skin, not in fear, not in shame, but in normalcy. There's no panic over breastfeeding in public, no awkward conversations about anatomy, just open, honest, healthy exposure to what the human body is. And guess what? Rates of body image issues, eating disorders, and sexual shame are significantly lower in these communities. Because when the body isn't hidden, it loses its shock value. Instead of being treated like something forbidden, the human body becomes something respected, understood, and celebrated. The role of climate, function, and survival, you might wonder. Why don't they wear clothes? The answer is simple. They don't need to. These regions are hot, humid, and harsh. Clothing not only adds discomfort, but can also lead to health issues like infections, rashes, and overheating to SO. Instead of forcing themselves into fabrics not suited for their environment, they adapted to what works. And what works is bare skin, natural ventilation, and protective body paste like ochre and clay. Practical, functional, smart. The influence of modernization. Is it fading? But as globalization spreads, these naked cultures are under threat. Tourists, missionaries, and modern media have started to pressure indigenous groups to cover up and conform. Some governments even enforce clothing laws on tribes that never wore clothes before. It's a tragedy, really, because when these cultures are forced to adopt Western norms, they don't just lose their fashion, they lose their identity. However, some communities are resisting change. They are educating their children to be proud of their heritage, and they are even using social media to share their traditions with the world, on their terms. Actionable insight. What can we learn? So, what can we take away from all this? You don't have to live in a tribal village to embrace the values these people hold. Let go of body shame. Stop judging others based on appearance. Understand that modesty is not about fabric. It's about respect. Celebrate your body for what it does, not just how it looks. And most importantly, question the rules you've been told about beauty, because maybe, just maybe, we've had it all wrong. Keep watching, because up next, we're going to share incredible real-life stories from individuals inside these cultures who explain what beauty really means to them. Their words are powerful. Their honesty is raw. And their truth might just set you free. That if you found this story eye-opening, give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. It might challenge the way they think too. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into fascinating, untold stories from around the world. And let's talk in the comments. Would you ever visit a culture that celebrates naked beauty? What does beauty mean to you, without clothes, filters, or shame? I'd love to hear your thoughts.